The honourable member for Newmarket Aurora.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. A question I have actually is about this. This budget clearly expands on our government's ambitious plan. It continues help for the middle class. It has great support for veterans, strengthens our healthcare system, but particularly important, I find, is the increased family leave and the flexible benefits for parents. Being a father of 2 young children myself, the importance of this measure, I think, speaks volumes for where this government is heading, the compassion that this government has for families and for the middle class. And I wonder if the Finance Minister can comment on why it's important to get these measures and the other key features of the Implementation Act before committee so we can make this the law of the land and families can benefit from the measures in Bill C-44 that will actually help Canadians.
Finance Minister.
Well, I'd like to thank the member for his question, Madam Speaker, and speak to the comments that he made. In the first instance, of course, there's an important role for the government to be empathetic to families and to recognize different family situations. But I'd like to also take this from an economic perspective. We see in our country that one of the greatest challenges that we have is demographic change. We know that demographic change means that we will have challenges in terms of the percentage of the workforce that's actually working, creating the opportunity for our economy to be successful. And we know that as a result of that, we need to think about how we get a higher level of workforce participation out for segments of the population that may not be as engaged in the workforce. So we've taken measures in this budget. In fact, it's been a continuing theme of our government to make sure that we have a high level of workforce participation in places where it's not as high as it could be. So a good example, and the one identified by the member, is women. And I would say in particular women between the ages of 25 and 54. We've seen a flattening of workforce participation among that group. And we know that by creating the kind of flexibility that families need, that we can help women to be more engaged in the workforce. That's an important effort in this budget. It's going to make a difference for families. It's going to make a difference for the long-term economy of our country. We need to move forward on this because we know it's the right thing to do, and we know it's going to help our economy in the long run.